Good morning. So we parked by Overwater to show you the walk that we're going to do today. Hope you can see in the distance there. We've got Longlands. The first one's Longlands, going up onto Great Scar Fell, over to the Knott. I'm going to come down Burn Todd into Trusmadoor. A little bit of parking at Longlands itself, next to the United Utilities building. There's room for probably about 10 cars max, but they do ask you not to park by the gates at the United Utilities building because it is regularly used by workmen. And then you literally just go through the gate and head up a track. And our first objective will be Longlands. And literally 50 yards, 100 yards probably from the gate, you'll see a grassy trod heading up the fell. You take that. Summit, 483 metres, and a Wainwright. Great views of Skidder. Over to the coast, Overwater Lake and Binsey, Scotland in the distance. Carrick Common, or Corbett Common should I say, and the Uldale Hills, Bray Fell, Great Scar Fell and Knott. That's what we're going to do today. We've just boycotted the Longlands Hill and we're heading along a faint ATV track which can be very wet and indistinct at this point, but you're aiming for a gill, a dry gill, and it skirts the flanks of Longlands Hill. You can see Bray Fell in the distance there, and you can see Great Scarf Fell to the right where we're heading up. Yeah, this is really wet. We had thunderstorms last night and heavy rain. This is the dry gill that we're aiming for, the very head of that. And then you can see there's a path. There's a few paths that go off. We're going to take the one that goes straight up Great Scarf Fell. If we're doing Bray Fell, you would literally head up the left path and it cuts across up to directly to Bray Fell. But we're not doing Bray Fell today. So that's Longlands in the distance on the left that we've just descended. You can see Andy walking along. That's the track, skirting Uldale Hill, which is there. And you get to the head of this dry gill. It's really kind of like mine workings, which makes a bit of a man-made gill really. These are the spoil heaps that have grassed over. Skidder to the right there. Got dead crags. So we've just got to the ridge where you can go left over there to Bray Fell. We aren't doing that because we've bagged all these wainwrights before and we like an easier life now. Now we're old and geriatric. Hey.
Speak for yourself.
So we head up there, that's Little Scarf Fell, which leads up to Great Scarf Fell. So if you were doing all the wainwrights, you would just do an out and back to Bray Fell, head up to Great Scarf Fell, and then we'll show you from there when you get to the Knott, and then you can just head back from the Knott back to Great Scarf Fell to bag down to Mill Fell, which is the site of an old Iron Age fort, and then you head down to Trusmadoor, and then you go up to Great Cockup and back down and head back to the car at Longlands. Easy peasy.
Very informative.
So that's topped out onto Little Scarf Fell. It's actually got a wind shelter. Look at the light today. The fluffy clouds. That's Bray Fell. That's High Pike, and that tiny little peak right in the distance is Carrick Fell, where we were last week. And it's just a short distance to Great Scarf Fell, and I'll take you the epic view from Great Scarf Fell over to Mill Fell in a bit. What light! Just epic, isn't it? Looking over to Skidder. This is the view when you come down off Great Scarf Fell, heading to Mill Fell. We're going to head up to the Knott, go along the ridge. We're going to head over Burn Todd and down into Trosmadoor, and then we're going to head in between Great Cockup and Mill Fell, head between them down Trusmadoor and along to Longlands. That's Longlands Fell over there. So you can go down back to Great Scar Fell from the Knott and back down to Mill Fell, site of an old Iron Age fort, and head down into Trusmadoor and then up to Great Cock Up and back down. Hang on, right, ready? We're having a competition about how far we can spit cherry stones. Go on then, Andy, see if you can hit your GoPro.
We're planting cherry trees. We're not littering. That's got to be 20 feet at least.
Mine went about a foot. So this is Great Scar Fell Summit, 651 metres. Doesn't look like much of a mountain, does it? So that's High Pike in the distance, and Carrick Fell, where we were last week, and that's the Knott. We're going to head over there through the peat hags. Can be quite boggy, but great views on top of the Knott, over to Skidder and Blencathra. These fells are all about wide open spaces and the cloudscapes that you get. Clouds today. So this is the Knott summit, 710 metres. In the background you've got Blencathra. To the east you've got Carrick Fell, High Pike, and the Pennines in the far distance. You've got the Mosedale Valley, where you've got Skidder House. You've got Great Calver and Little Calver. Lonscale Fell, going up to eventually Skidder, and then you've got the Eastern Fells, you've got the Helvellyn range over there, and the Dodds, Western Fells, you've got the coast. So in between Blencathra and Skidder you've got the Great Fault Line. So one side you've got Skidder Slate, and the other side I'm not sure, I'd have to look it up. Trying to be intelligent. But it's the Great Fault Line, so when you're on Great Calver you can see right the way down the fault line all the way to Windermere. When you leave the Knott, you head in a westerly direction. Well, we are heading in a westerly direction to head towards Burntod, to descend on the flanks of Burntod down into Trusmadoor. You've got the views of Skidder. Seen two young peregrine falcons, like fledglings. Looks like the parents are trying to teach them how to hunt. They've been quite vocal. That's really cool to see. Look at that light on dead crags right now. Skidder, Great Calver, Longlands Common, who everybody hates apart from Andy.
I love it.
He loves it.
Best place in the world.
And Blencathra and Boscale Fell.
Anybody that tells me the Longlands Common is in a hill, they just need to look at it from here. If that's not a hill, I don't know what is. 2 parents and 2 chicks.
I don't think you'll see this on the GoPro.
You might hear them.
Oh, they've stopped making a noise now. Can you hear them?
Yeah, 2 parents and 2 chicks.
Yeah, parents and a pair of young fledglings. Cool. Riding the currents. Right above. So we've just headed off the Knott, and you have to veer away from the main grassy path to head towards Burntod. It's not very distinct, but you will come across a very faint path amongst the tussocks and bilberries and heather, which will get you to Burntod. So we're just on the flanks of Burntod now, looking down into Trusmadoor. What a view! We love it at Trusmadoor. It's not really a particularly attractive valley when you get down there, but it's got a lovely beck. Billy likes the paddling. It's got some nice little tiny waterfalls. Oh, there's a good waterfall there since we've had that rain. That's Frozen Fell. So we're just going to skirt around the edge, and you'll come across a path that heads steeply down the flanks of Burntod, right into the middle of Trusmadoor, right to there. That's Great Cockup, that's Mill Fell. So the 6 Uldale Hills are, you start with Longlands, over there, over to Bray Fell, Great Scarfell, the Knott in the distance, you won't see it from here, back to Great Scarfell, down to Mill Fell, down to Trusmadoor, up to Great Cockup, back down to Trusmadoor, back to Longlands along the valley. So it's a lovely path heading off the flanks of Burntod. Really get to see the Uldale Hills really well. So that's where the path would come down from Burntod. This is Trosmadoor. There's another one of Billy's rocks there. And there is a path that skirts and meanders around the edge of Trusmadoor. I'll just show you. It's very much on the edge and it's very eroded. It's a bit tricky in places, especially at the start. As you can see here, that's the path. But it's actually really nice following the beck. We're leaving Trusmadoor. We get to the junction, Great Cock Up to the left, Millfell to the right. We're heading straight on.
Great twine to the camera.
Back to Longlands. So we're just heading along the grassy trail back to Longlands, so we're not far from the car. So I'm going to say goodbye now. I hope you enjoy the video, hope you enjoy the content, hope you watch to the end. And thank you to everyone that watches and regularly comments, really appreciate it. So bye!
Bye from me!
And Billy's just in a sheep. And it's bye from Billy. Billy. And it's bye from Billy. So I just wanted to do a shout out this week for my mum and dad. They're away on holiday and they're not having a great time of it right at this moment. So, especially my dad. So, I just wanted to say that I'm thinking of you both. I love you and I hope you get well soon, Dad. Bye!